Hey y'all, it's me, James, and today I got a product from Wet Shave Obsession. Jim has been doing a lot of family stuff, and so he's been catching up on the things that he had from the past that he needed to get out to folks. And so I'm very grateful that he had the time, and something that I've been waiting on for a little bit. I've been trying to be patient. Um, Most importantly, just praying, that everything turns out well for his family and that they remain strong. But in any event, today's shave is going to be with his bevel. Now he's got some real, like, almost outdoorsy type feel to his labels. Bevel is a line of soaps that he designed with the straight razor in mind. So I do use a straight razor occasionally, and so I thought, what better than to put the traditional kamisori to use. And so this will be a nice test of the slickness of the lather, because this joker is sharp. The fougere scent that he calls this soap is a journeyman scent. It's supposed to be more like a cologne, something that you wouldn't mind throwing on for any event. He calls it a woodsy fougere. It's got a hint of tobacco, it's got leather, a slight citrus, and just an almost unnoticeable amount of vanilla, as he describes it. There might be something else I'm missing, but I think I hit all of it. Leather, and some leather scent to it as well. So, with that in mind, it comes in a 4.5 ounce puck, and I've had some warm water from the basin just sitting on the top of it. I figured, since it's going to be the kamisori and the bevel, matches well with the Asian theme, I think, this handle, the Lord Randal silvertip. So I'm going to give it a couple shakes and just go ahead and load up. And whatever happens to come out of it, I'm going to put back into my pewter bowl that I have here off to the side. I'll be face lathering, but the pewter bowl is where I like to put the water that comes off the top that still has that soap content in it. And generally what I like to do is try to get it to the proto lather that starts to form a stiffness about it. As you can tell, it's starting to overflow here to the sides as my puck is going across. This is probably about a 2.5-inch diameter container, maybe 3 inches. Let's see where I'm at. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit longer. Before I start that, I'm going to go ahead and empty the water that I had the brush soaking in. Alright. And before I started doing the video, I had already washed my face. Pretty warm water, Dr. Bronner's peppermint. And so I don't mind overloading, so I'll just keep going. Much rather have more than enough soap that I can thin out with water as needed. Alright, proto lather's still a little more airy than I would like, so I'm going to go a little bit longer. Almost there. Alright, so So there we go. I think that'll be plenty. I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any liquid to put in the pewter bowl. Alright, I'm not getting anything that dripped out. So I'm going to take this and wet my face real quick. Alright, take this creamy goodness that's starting, like I like to do, and just go ahead and put this as the base. No need for it to go to waste. Get more of this here. Maybe a slight brute type scent. I wouldn't call it as strong as brute though, but something close to that. All right. So from just doing that on my face and coming to rinse my hands off, this is slick. Very slick. I'm gonna rinse my hands just a little bit more so I don't have quite all that. Much better. Alright. Just cleaning up just a little bit as I go along. I don't like big messes everywhere. Okay. Now the lather. So just from a little bit of social media action concerning this particular soap, designed for the straight razor user, is that it's supposed to be able to get you different layers of lathering, but the main thing is slickness. Creamy goodness. Very nice. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's not meant to necessarily be a yogurt consistency type lather. Although right now I feel like my skin feels like it's protected right now. I got about 2 days growth going on. Take some of this from the sides. It's very nice. Alright, I'm gonna dip my tips real quick. Put that back over the top. And let's go. Since it takes me a little bit longer with the straight, much rather have a little bit more hydration in the lather to help keep it from drying out. If need be, I will reapply. Scent's very nice, even though he describes it as a journeyman's cologne scent. I'm pretty sensitive to certain scents, to where they kind of make my nose feel like it wants to run. And this one does not do that, so excuse me. Very nice, Jim. Alright, still have this here. So So I'm going to just put that on the side of the pewter bowl. Dry off the excess. Alright, the challenge with the traditional kamisori is basically the one side that you have to your face, writing out. Okay. Wow. So really nice. Just going right through it. I have to give this guy respect because he's, outside of my Feather Artist Club, it's the sharpest blade that I have, and because it's different from using a Western style blade, yeah, just got to take that extra precaution. Very nice. Wow, I wish you guys could see this on here on the hairs that are just nipped right off there. Okay, so before the water is just totally gone, I'm going to have to re-lather. Just wetting it up gives it some slickness. So went ahead and rinsed off a little bit, and now I'm going to go ahead and lather up for pass number 2. So it looks like the lather itself breaks down a little bit compared to his other soaps. You can see it breaking down with time, but the slickness that it provides is excellent, and probably for someone that's used to using a thinner based lather anyway, especially the straight shavers out there, they will probably like that aspect, so that you can kind of see where you're going along with the blade anyhow. I know that seems to be one of the things with like people that use oils to shave. It's just so that you can see where you're headed with the blade. So taking that into mind, I'm not going to worry about having a wall of lather up, more of just making sure the protection's there, because I know the glide will be there. It is a slick soap. I don't know if I can tell a difference between the slickness between this and the Nod that I tried, because the Nod was pretty slick. But it's definitely as slick as that. Alright. I'm drying off my hands a little bit here. Here we go. Been watching Anthony Esposito, the stallion, do his straight razor shaves lately. You got some skills, dude. Gotta go light touch with this blade, or it will come back and get you. But if you are patient with it, great shaver. Nice. Okay. So for me, I'm going to get a little bit of water, fresh water, on my hand. See where this is at. Go with it like that. Rinse my hand off. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the scent. The Nod was a little overpowering for me, but this is nice. Alright, this gets tricky. It's like, what now? Sometimes with the kamisori, you can't, it's not like a Western style razor. So you just have to improvise. And as you get used to it, you're gonna get good shaves out of it. Even if you do switch up and use the other side, there's nothing wrong with using the other side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and rinse real quick and put another small lather about just for some touch up around the jawline. I'll be right back. Alright. I typically don't shave against the grain, and I'm not going to shave against the grain overall. It'll be a little bit, certain areas I can get away with it a little bit more. Like right now my lip area is fine, just maybe a little bit on the chin and just a little bit more on the neck. And then that'll be it. Dry my hands real quick. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Still picking up little tiny hairs. Alright. Now this side. I don't feel any tingling from the soap, so that's a good plus. Raise up some of the slickness from the soap. Alright, so I just finished up my touch-up and rinsed off real quick. So, the only irritation I have is just from me and the kamisori. There's nothing from the soap itself, and so that's always a good sign. I don't feel uncomfortable, like I don't detect any even like razor burning just like this. Now the alum's going to tell a different story because that was a close shave in certain areas. In other areas, you just don't push it until you have a lot more confidence with exactly what you're doing with it. But here's what's left over with the lather. The lather does break down faster than his other soaps. However, it retains slickness. Let's see what's left in the brush. Alright, that's pretty emptied out. So, it's got plenty of cushion. It's not as dense as what I've had from the Nod, but again, still plenty there. A little bit more bubbling. Now, he said there was a way that you can get even a little bit thicker. I'm not sure how that is, but when he has more time, I'll follow up with him on that. It smells great. I mean, even though it's a little bit more airy than his other stuff, still plenty of body. So, yeah, I'd say use it. Got the slickness there. Skin doesn't feel like it's drying out at all, so skin properties are nice. Scent isn't a heavy scent to me. It's very clean. I'm trying to think of what stands out. I think everything just blends very well together. Yeah, I mean, there's not one thing that I can think of that is saying, hey, here I am in this scent. I think it's just all blended really nice, and again, It is a manly scent, but not overwhelming. So if you have a sensitive schnauzer like I got, you you won't have to worry about it. So in any event, thank you all for watching again. Bye.